Hello everyone, this is Red Silvers. Welcome back to Let's Play Hyrule Warriors. We're going to go ahead and start getting some more weapons on the Master Quest map. Already got Zelda's level 3 rod here. Now this has a dangerous rule. This has the don't get hit rule, which we don't want to deal with that. So we're going to kind of cheese it a little bit. Not a lot, because there's not a whole lot that we can do, but we're gonna still cheese it. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this power-up potion. I'm sorry, I didn't realize this was going to take so long to prepare. I would have prepared it in advance, but I don't want to just use the auto because it'll use up my old rags, and I'm trying to get drop to 999 so we can get a trophy, so I don't want to use the old rags for that reason. Okay, so now we've got kind of cheese mode on here. It's not entirely cheese mode. We still gotta be careful, but we're gonna have a little bit of help. This is kind of like the captains that die in one hit mission, except that it's just us that dies in one hit. But you can see now we have all of our items are powered up. Is this their intended method of doing this? I don't know, but this is how I like to do it. You do have a clock item that you'll grab that does help. I don't know if we've seen that in other stages with this rule, but this is the first time I think we've really had this rule where it could mean something. And mainly the two best ones that you're going to go back and forth on are the bombs and the arrows, because the bombs are just going to wreck the mooks like this. And the arrows will take care of the bigger enemies. And you might think, oh, well, this isn't the best way to do the stage. Like, you're totally cheating. Yeah, I am. I don't want to deal with not getting the A rank. That's part of why we've got those Scotolas. This is kind of dangerous. Because we have to take this keep, and now it's a Kuko keep. That's okay. Once you take care of like their mooks, the rest of the keep is just like a normal keep. Oh, I got pinged. Okay, now the Kuko keep might be different this time, just randomly, so we'll see how that goes. And this is why we're cheesing this map, because you can see how easy it is to just take the damage. You technically could, like, heal and keep playing after you take a hit. You won't get the A rank, but you could technically do that. Which would be fine if we weren't trying to get a weapon for the A rank. Yeah, see, this time the Kukos are in a completely different keep that I can just ignore. Grab that fairy clothing, even though we grabbed it a minute ago. This is definitely my least favorite combination, like the don't get hit rule on a map that you still have a lot to do. Like sometimes they throw it in an easier context. Focus on that keep, and we don't have to worry about Kukos. Meanwhile, that keep up next to my base is gonna get taken. I'm kind of not worried about that, but if I have to, we can go take it back later. But for now... I don't know why I'm bothering with the outpost, but on the random Gorons that are fighting with the enemy army. It's always weird when you see like a Goron captain, but they're in an army that's not a Goron army. It just seems out of place. I was trying to get the arrows out so that I could just snipe that guy, and it wasn't going too well. Okay, the fairy nuke will be helpful too. Oh, I lost a keep near my base. I may need to go and clean up things up there in a minute. Depending on how things go here. We're kind of headed up that way again anyway, so... I'll just clean out this keep and then we'll go head that way. Let's just head up this way and make sure things are fine up here. Oh, Rudo's right here, so she kind of got beat up already, so that was easy for us. Yeah, we'll clean up things in the chicken teeth here too. Okay, we do have Impa running around, so we need to go deal with her too. Just make sure this Kugo gets out of my face. They took the Impa's also like a hit away from death over here too, so this will clear her out. Kugos are down here trying to take another keep. Okay, I'm gonna have the fairy ready before I peek in here, but fortunately, Darunia, we're gonna have to fight the hard way. We're not gonna be able to just take him out in one hit like we did with Rudo and Impa. This takes forever. I could, in theory, bait him for weak point smashes, but I'm just gonna play timid and stay back and ping him down. Because the game's letting me do it. And with that, we get her level 3 weapon. We didn't even really use the weapon in this map. It was just kind of a decoration for our items, but... I like the concept of this weapon. It's an interesting one. Although she looks like she's trying to swat the fairy. Leave the fairy alone, Zelda. The Royal Dominion Rod. It is kind of funny that she's getting batons in the process. We still have some old rods because we haven't cleared all those out. Another Skyloft outfit for our fairies. If we ever decide to redo the fairy looks, we've got some new options there. Alright, we already know we've got another weapon right here. No guarding, which is a much easier rule to deal with. Main thing is just we want to wait, not rank 3. Got a little excited there. 3 is a little high. Later on. We'll stick with that costume. So I knew we were going to start with this corner of the map, without being sure exactly where we're going to head when we're done here. But to be fair, there's a lot to do right here to start with. Fortunately, it's turncoat soldiers, which is, you know, one of my favorite mechanics. This is actually a weapon I'm excited to get a powered up version of because of how great of a character Twilight Midnight is. Definitely top tier character. Not that we've really run into where our choice of character has really held us back much. Bunch of the turncoats and Impa. So of course taking out Impa quickly is going to be nice. That's kind of making me think there might be something going on in this corner keep. So let's do what we can here. I'm just waiting to see if one guy pops in when the messages catch up. Since the game is still way behind us here. You know what, there's an owl statue. I'll activate the owl statue if I need to come back there. That way I'm not just standing around wasting time. I think it's funny, if you ever need the drops from these Hylian captains, you're not going to get it from like a stage where there just happen to be the enemies. It's going to be one of these maps. Okay, well, I'm going to do the Lakeside Keep first, because I already know there's a treasure chest there. Hello, random arrow post, and I didn't even kill that Poe yet, so... Okay, he's down. We'll grab the heart container here. Alright, well, there's just the 2 keeps, so we're just gonna grab them both. Okay, there's no leader spawning in there, but got turncoats here, so... I love that attack animation, just wind up and do this big old punch. Alright, I know there's gonna be a leader. Any second now. It's just that like little bit of jank that you just get used to with this game. Like, I know there's gonna be a message soon. I see Big Poe can try, but I don't think he's gonna have time to storm the base. I'm glad I was gonna go down really quick with the darkness element here. And just like that, boom. Yeah, that's a fun weapon to get an upgrade for. Who is the wolf that is not Link? Mirror of Twilight. It is always weird to me that you get the level 2 drop as well whenever you clear one of these. Alright, there's a costume there I'm not gonna go for. Okay, Ruto's this way. I got Link, I got the other Link. Got the horse and the spinner. Got Ruto, we got we got another Link, that's the gauntlet. We got Zelda's baton. Kind of in a line there, and this is Magic Wand. That wasn't the... Is it the one below it? It's the next one over, okay. Let's try that again. Don't get hit, defeat the enemy forces. This one again, huh? This is a Young Link and Wizrow map. But we can only play as one, so I'm going to do Young Link the first time. Which means, unfortunately... I wish that I could do this faster without having to just hold the button down, but... I just don't want to deal with their shenanigans. Luckily, we've got a good weapon for him, so we'll kick some butt. No fireballs. We're not doing that. I mean, the real problem here is you're not building up special meter doing this, so it's not really the best for Young Link, but somehow I think he'll be okay. No, I want to go this way out this keep. Alright, there should be a fairy clothing in this keep. We can't get the Wizrow heart piece, so that's gonna... have to wait. So it occurs to me, like, if the damage threshold is more than 100%, which I think this is 149, you could take the one hit and you wouldn't be over your damage cap. But you wouldn't want to take a second hit, even if you healed. Like, I know there's going to be people that have done this without doing the item power-up, and they're just like, no, I just did this and this, and you know, like, all strategies are valid. No, you're not gonna do nothing there, Darknut. Nice try. Also, all the guys I need to fight are up in the top, but I'm down here taking keeps, which is ultimately gonna help us, but it's kind of counterintuitive right in a second. I think this is where the Wizrow heart piece would be. Speaking of Wizrow, I see him over there. Well, you know what? We're at 99 damage, and our threshold's 149. So let's just go with it and see what happens. How about that? I didn't think it was Wizrow that hit me. I think I got like pinged by a random stall child while I was focusing on him. Yeah, in the interest of just sciencing it out, we'll just see how that works for us. And really the only reason that even works is because you get like a mercy hit where it takes you down to 1% of your health. And it's a percentage thing because you normally wouldn't take a 99. Okay, well everybody's up at my base now, so it's time to go up there and clean house. This is a map that really needed some owl statues that are severely missing. Lana's up here cleaning base. I think we can just gun for the base now. I actually don't think there's a KO limit on this stage, come to think of it. We also didn't really need to get the elemental fairy, it looks like, but... It's okay, it's already done. We can't take it back. I'm sorry, Raid Captains. Did you think you were gonna do anything significant here? Because the answer is no. So yeah, you could wait, and when she exposes her like weak point gauge, hitting her with the light arrow would just pierce the gauge, or at least weaken it and hold it there long enough for you to get another hit in, and then you can go in and do a weak point smash. But you can just do this, so... I didn't really intend for this to be the use light arrows to snipe stuff video, but that is kind of what it's become. Yeah, so we still got the A rank, even with taking a hit. So that is good to know. If the cap was 99%, I'm not entirely sure if it would work. And I'm not sure when your damage taken is tied with the cap, if it counts that as being too high or not. We even got 1,000 rupees for it being there. Eventually, we're just gonna have to do the video where we just clear out all of Link's weapons, but they're just not my priority right now. More Skyloft outfits. Costume up there, but... I feel like this is going to be a double, yeah. So I might as well get the harp and the power bracelet. Okay, we have fairy food that we've already unlocked, but look, it's a chance to fight the dragon, and we definitely need dragon drops. We're working on a skill off this flesh render fang, so we'll use this one. This time we just get to use the speedrun rule, so it's basically just a normal map. Before doing this video, I was playing Kingdom Hearts, and button layout was different, but like, it's kind of messing with my head right now. I have arrows, we already know how good those can be, so... I think I might just cut through the keep and go for the guy on their side here to start with. I don't actually know how much of a help that dragon form attack was, but... Like, the only thing that I might have done differently is there's grab the magic pot before I come down this way, but... Also, I think Agatha is weak to the fire element, because... I don't remember them all, but I just feel like Agatha likes bugs, bugs weak to fire. I could be wrong on that. Okay, what's on this weapon that I'm unlocking? Adversary. Deal more damage when health is low. That is the opposite of the skill that I generally would want. But... okay, gotta go get the boss key, but the game just kind of flashed that it was over in the fairy fountain, so that's where we're headed now. At least that time I used it when it was kind of useful. Usually when I pull out that skill, I'm not trying to use it. Okay, I'm gonna make a quick detour down to this keep. Because smash some pots, there's a fairy, there's food. Like, beyond that, I don't even need to actually do anything in the keep. I just wanted to go do that much. I don't think Link is the one I need to be worried about. Yeah, Sheik's the one I need to be worried about. So if Link runs away, I'm not worried. I don't know why he summoned him way down there, but... that's fine, I have a shortcut down there, so... I'll fight you in the keep, why not? There we go. Oh, is he gonna get up? Yeah. That is so annoying that it's that close. I feel like I can sneeze on him and he can go down now. Okay, drop an ember. Please drop an ember. Great, he dropped an ember. Every time I try to farm an ember off of him, he either drops nothing or he drops his gold drop. It's like, you don't understand. Alright, we're kind of tight on time for another video, but I think, or another stage. But I think I'm gonna push it. Oh, this is the other, like, special fairy, like the light one that we already have. Well, not special, but she's the same design, but with different hair color. Okay, we've got water bombs. Let's go for Rudo's, because this is a no healing, so it's basically just a normal map. I'm not getting any old rag drops. Now that I've committed to that. What's the versus legend? If it was versus Twilight, it might almost be a better choice, but I think we'll just take this and go with it. There is fairy clothing, otherwise standard map. With a very familiar start. Hello, Zant. I think this will finish Zant off, maybe. If not, he's close. He said he's close, thank you. You're trying to buff this base? Well, you're not gonna get to do it because you're out of here. Okay, this should drop the fairy clothing. I don't know, we only have the one other keep to take, so we can kind of juke our way around. I'm gonna grab this keep, even though it's not one of the ones that we need to take. That gets us up near our base. I should probably go deal with that, actually. Like, she might be just strong enough that I don't want her up there alone, wreaking havoc. So I can just, you know, drop in and get a fairy nuke. Impa likes my fairy nuke. Okay, let's go take that last keep that I need to take. Got the KOs, so... you can just push for here and then the keep. Like, what keep did they take? They took a keep that doesn't matter, so it's fine. Like, they're trying to take the other one, but I don't think they're going to get it before I do this. All of a sudden, all these captains showed up here. I was like, you know, I'm ready to go fight the boss, but I will sit here and fight you guys if you're gonna pick a fight with me. Alright, well, we hit the hour mark. The unofficial time limit of these videos. Look, you can just say it just means that it's more stream friendly. It's gonna go a little longer. What's all these captains coming out of the woodwork now? Yeah, there is a magic pot here. I could put up a fairy nuke. Midna is not having a good time right now. Midna? Okay, she came down. I was worried for a moment there. It just looked like she was just kind of going on up and up and up and up like this. That's very silly. I'm honestly not sure if she was going to keep going up. And me just kind of walking away a little bit, like, reset her or not. Like, that was very weird. Look, even trying to escape into space, you're not gonna beat me, Midna. But that was very silly. I don't know what that was all about. Alright, Rudo Weapon is a nice addition as well. You know, there's some characters I'm like, okay, I don't have a stronger weapon for this character, but they can still pull their weight. And there's other characters like, well, I don't have a stronger weapon, I better pick somebody else. Rudo's kind of in that second camp, where if she's behind, then she just kind of gets ignored. For me. Now she has the water dragon scale, which is gonna help her out quite a bit. We have that one silver scale still, but I have a heart power there, so I don't need to keep the heart power here. More Skyloft outfits. Everything is Skyloft on this map. Alright, that is another good batch of weapons down. Next time we're gonna head to Koholint and go after Marin's Bell. But until next time, this has been Red Silvers. Have yourself a great night.